Hey everybody, I wanted to get on here and briefly put you all on to a up and coming country music artist by the name of Dani Wright. Now, the way I learned of Dani Wright is through the actress Tisha Campbell's Instagram account, where she posted a post about this up and coming country artist by the name of Dani Wright. Apparently, Dani Wright is one of Tisha Campbell Martin's artists under her music management company titled YGG Entertainment. Apparently, she was very overwhelmed by this woman's presence as well as talent, vocal talents, and talent in general. Now, the thing about Dani Wright, just so you all know, she does have a Instagram account as well as a YouTube channel. And on her YouTube channel, while there may not be a ton of videos, she definitely has videos that go back as far as 10 years, showcasing her musical talent. And the thing is, she really does discuss how initially she started off attempting to do R&B and pop music, but her heart was with country. And it seems as though when she signed with Tisha Campbell, she was able to begin to walk in that path. Now, I found this interesting. This isn't something normally I talk about, but I do find this interesting because of the fact that, as you can see, she clearly is what would be considered a highly melanated being. And it seems as though, and I'm sure individuals who are in the realm of this entertainment world can vouch for what I'm getting ready to say, but it seems as though I keep hearing this same story from other highly melanated women where they were interested in either entering the rock realm of music entertainment or maybe even the country realm or whatever that may not possess many highly melanated women, but it seems as though other entertainment management or record labels or whatever wanted to push them in a stereotypical path, usually for highly melanated women that would be the R&B route or maybe even the hip hop route, but not really allowing that artist to flow in the direction that they truly desire. And this seems to have been the case with Dani Wright. And again, she talks more about this, she elaborates more on her YouTube channel. So it's pretty awesome to hear that not only did Tisha Campbell sign her to her management company, but that it seems as though Tisha Campbell was able to see that this young lady and believe in this young lady, believe that this young lady could go in that direction regardless of how unpopular it may be. Tisha Campbell could have easily been like the masses and go, well, your voice and your voice is great, it's diverse, but your look, with your look, you would probably prosper better in this sector of things. So she could have did that, but she didn't. And I think that shows how bold and brave the both of them are at the end of the day. I also want to shed some attention to the fact that we do have highly melanated women who are operating in the country realm. Some not as popular. One in particular, I personally know that, and I don't even follow country all that much, although I personally do love a lot of country music and a lot of country music artists, specifically back from the early 2000s, to be honest. I don't know what's going on today. Only artist I really do know of is still loved right now is an artist by the name of Mickey Guyton, and she is like one of the mainstream highly melanated women in the world of country music. But I didn't know there were others. So when I actually Googled it, I found this list of others and I was very surprised. Like, wow, never heard of them. And, with the country music sector, they're very protective, as in the individuals who have been operating in that sector for a while now, and who looks like they really run that whole sector of music, which is more than likely Caucasian people. They are really protective and their fans are highly protective of that realm of things. I think the artists are more welcoming than the fans, to be honest. I think the artists in that sector are more welcoming than the fans. The fans are like holding pitchforks saying, nah, y'all can't come over here. And we saw that with the reaction of Little Nas X creating Old Town Road, and how Billy Ray Cyrus came along to validate him, in my opinion, by hopping on the remix And with that validation, it seemed as though many more country fans lighten up on the situation and welcome Little Nas X's song with open arms. But it took Billy Ray Cyrus, in my opinion, validation and hopping on the remix in order for Little Nas X to receive that welcoming from certain fans. And of course, there were still fans who were adamant about, no, you can't come over here. So this is all very interesting for me. Also, not to mention, and I'm sure there may be others, but these are just some of the mainstream ones that I know about. Because again, I don't follow the country music sector anymore. But even artists like K Michelle have publicly come out to say, like, I wanted to do country music, but this is where my record label or my manager or whoever pushed me into this direction because they felt like, well, this is where I would be well received. And because of how I look, this is where I should go instead if I want to make money and want to be successful. And clearly for K Michelle, it worked out that way, but you can clearly tell, like, she has that love for country in her, and I'm sure there's a part of her that maybe regrets not sticking to that. And so much so that we have been hearing her in the recent years that she's been coming out more and more saying she's going to make her way to the country music sector. And that's K Michelle. Listen, y'all can talk all the stuff you want about K Michelle, but the one thing about her, when she says she's going to do something, she puts her mind to it, the woman does it. So I'm looking forward to seeing that occur. But nonetheless, we have Miss Dani Wright here. Now, there is a song that she has where her and Tisha Campbell did a song together, and they did a cover of the country music artist. I believe her name is Laura Elena. I hope I'm saying that correctly, but nonetheless, she did a song called Getting Good, and the two of them collaborated on a remake of that song, kind of like a cover, I guess, not necessarily a remake, but a cover of her name is Lauren Elena's Getting Good, and it sounds so great. And there's like a hip hop country thing going on here when it comes to Dani Wright, and I'm like loving it. I really, really love this. So out of all the songs that she posts on her social media, this actually is my favorite, even though it's a cover. It is actually my favorite. Now, as you can see, she has her own single out. If you want to listen to it, you can check it out. I won't play it on my channel because, I might get flagged. But again, you can find this on Dani Wright's Instagram account or Tisha Campbell's Instagram account. So I just wanted to put it out there because I have stated that on this channel, I want to start showing highly melanated beings in more of a positive light. Look for content that shows us more in a positive light, doing positive things, and not to mention doing what wouldn't be synonymous with highly melanated beings. Country music and highly melanated beings are not necessarily synonymous, although there is a deep history in regards to country music and highly melanated beings and how that was gentrified and etc. But we're not gonna go into that history lesson because I'm sure it would take me all day. But nonetheless, that is my goal, to show us in positions where people wouldn't consider highly melanated beings synonymous with. We're not toxic people. All of us are not necessarily toxic people. We're not all necessarily doing the same thing. And this is an example of that. A highly melanated woman that's not. She used to do the R&B and maybe the pop scene or whatever, but now she's getting into what she really wanted to do, which is country music. So I just think that's awesome. So nonetheless, let me know what you all think in the comment section. Let me know if you all have heard of Tisha Campbell's music management company, or if you even heard of Dani Wright or other artists who, male or female, highly melanated beings who wanted to enter the country music section, but unfortunately they may have been persuaded to go some other way. And not to mention, I want to just add as well, these artists that want to operate in music genres that are not normally receptive to highly melanated beings, while it may be a struggle financially, if they're truly passionate about it, I suppose, then, I think we could carve our own spaces without necessarily having to ask for permission to operate in someone else's spaces. So, for example, if the country industry doesn't want to accept the Dani Wrights of the world, then I say they create their own space where there are individuals, regardless of race, who are fans of theirs and will support their music, support their artistry, and that way they will basically be carving their own music genre in this world. So that's it. I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.